Now, for the final time, here's the point. Certain jobs 15-year-olds can't even do. One is this, does it involve sharp objects, or like even nail clippers, right? The reason is, right, she's got to clip the nails of a person who could have a fungus, right, or a bacteria, and she's exposed to this danger, right? Possibly, not whether it happens or not, right? It don't matter. It don't matter. She can't do the job without special apprenticeship program, right? She has to have that paperwork, or he does, actually, the employer, not the employee, has to have that paperwork on him or in an office area on the property somewhere near the girl, right? Or she can't do the job without that special permission, right? She's illegally working at 15, right? Then, right? She can't even be in the store, you understand, right? Because of the possible hazard of fungus, right? In toenails. Yes, yes. Do you understand, right? It don't matter if she gets exposed to it or not either. And she can't do the job. She can't do the job. At all, period. Without paperwork saying she's doing an apprenticeship program or something at 15. Even then, she don't have to lie to me that she's not doing that if she has proof on the premises, right? Now, if I ask her for the proof, right, and she lies, right, who's breaking the law then? She is. The law don't allow her to do that job at 15 without that paperwork. He can't just put his daughter in the store arbitrarily because he wants to, right? Even though she's 15, right? And he thinks she can do the job, right? It's not about what he thinks or don't think, right? Even if it was a black person in the nail salon doing the same thing with their daughter, right? They can't do it either, right? The law don't distinguish between race either, right? If you're not supposed to do something, you're not supposed to do it, whether you're an Asian or an African or a Caucasian, right? It's to protect the child, not you, from doing something that could become a hazard to her, right? Or him as well. There's certain types of jobs even males can't do, though they're the physical dominant over the female, right? Now, that includes working a backhoe, for example, right? Or certain equipment on even a construction site, right? Now, can a male maybe pick up hammers and nail them, and on a construction site, use hammers and nails? I don't know, right? The problem ain't so much the hammers, it is the nails. The nails are sharp objects. That if the 15-year-old accidentally does it wrong, he can get hurt. He can get hurt. Now, the same is true with nail clippers, right? You're clipping someone's toenails and they can come in with the fungus and not even know it. Not even know it. Because the fungus is exposed to a 15-year-old person, right? Male or female, in the store, right? That's a hazard for that child to be exposed to that, right? They could go to the hospital themselves, right? Because of the possibility Georgia outlaws the child doing that job, right? Until they're how old? 16, right? The same with the age of consent is 16, right? The girl's also only a year off. You could be charged with statutory rape at 15, yes. If the child's not misrepresenting her age, right? Which she did. If she's saying she's 37, she's saying she's closer to my age than you're even saying she was. 21 years versus 13 years ain't the same amount of age, right? Difference, right? Between me and her, right? And see, I don't have a way to verify it either when I come into the store. Right? She can simply say she left her ID at home and she's 37. And she knows she's 37, right? Right. Well, okay. What if she seduces me in the bathroom or in the office, right? Can she do that? No. One, she's not supposed to be doing the job in the first place if she's 15. Right? We done gone over why. She's a year too young. Yep. And if the paperwork for the apprenticeship program ain't filled out by her employer yet, dude. Until it is, she can't do the job right. She can't even be on the premises, right? Even if he's leasing the store himself, right? He has not obtained permission for her to do the job yet, dude. Until he does, she's illegally working for him, even if he's allowing her to work himself, right? He's breaking the child labor laws then, right? It don't matter if it's a black man, a white man, or an Asian man, either. He's breaking the law, right? The law don't respect your race, right? It don't care what you look like. All it cares is you broke it. And you go to jail for breaking the law. Now, it's not like I didn't tell you this from the start that she said 37 anyway, right? This ain't something new, whoever the hell you are, pretending you're different people, changing your name to Peggy Lou now. And if you are different people, here's the problem. You're being prejudiced towards the 50-year-old man and not the 15-year-old girl who ain't supposed to be on the property either. I'm a customer just getting my nails done. I didn't expect it to turn into sex with the 15-year-old girl either, right? If it did. Nor did the girl say she was simply 15, or I would have let it go completely, right? But now I'm asking her if Vietnamese is the name for God tea, and it's not, by the way. No. But whatever I'm doing there, right, I'm trying to communicate with her why she's not supposed to be doing the job, right? If she's 15 or 37. One, she can say and not even need ID and necessarily in that job, right? But if she's lying, I have no way to validate that as I'm getting my nails done, you understand, right? I'm also not the one seducing her. She's then seducing me thinking she's 37, right? The deception is on the 15-year-old saying she's 37 in the first place, not the 50-year-old man who told her she's 50, right? That's her breaking the rule, right? Twice. And him once by letting her be on the premises, right? See, it's his responsibility as the parent / employer, right, to make sure she has the paperwork. And it's her responsibility to not lie to the customer and seduce him in the office, right? Either if he's trying to make sure she's of age, right? See, I would also try to let it go once she told me she's 37 and all that, right? Unless she escalated it or someone in the store did, right? And then I'm making sure by asking her, well, do you have ID? Well, you gotta have ID to do the job, right? You can't do the job at 15, right? You're not the one they're talking about on YouTube, are you? And then I'm asking her questions, right, that have yes or no answers. That once she starts lying about the answers, right, she then knows she's breaking the rules because I'm telling her as we go along, too, you can't do this job yet. You gotta wait a year, right? Which is what I'm telling whoever I'm talking to on YouTube as well, right? Even if you're changing off on different people, The same rule applies. No matter who takes up the argument, you're in the error if she's lying to me, right? Not me for not lying to her that I'm a 50-year-old man. I never hid that from her either. See, it's when a 50-year-old man don't care that the girl's 15 and sleeps with her anyway. Right? That's statutory rape, right? It's not when the girl says she's 37 and sleeps with the 50-year-old man. That's backwards, right? That's her breaking the rule for the third time, right? The first time that she's not supposed to be doing the job in the first place. Right? Right. She's not even supposed to be on the site without the paperwork. Right? That's 2 right there. Mm-hmm. The third is if she seduces the 50-year-old man while in the office scrambling to find the paperwork, right? See, once we go up to the office to see if she's got the paperwork, right, and she knows she don't have the paperwork, I don't know if she don't. I'm just trying to make sure she's working safely, right? As a customer, I have the right to be served by someone who's legally able to do the job, right? And won't get me in trouble either. Well, if she starts seducing me up in the office, right, I still cannot confirm or deny she's 37 or 15, right? I no longer know. Either way. Well, if she starts trying to have sex with me and we start making out and we start doing certain things, right, and she's maintaining she's 37, right, she's further breaking the law, right, for the third time. Now, if she interferes with my memory of what happened, right, that's the 4th time she broke the rules, right? I'm not breaking a single rule in this encounter, right? She's breaking all the rules, right? She's old enough at 15 to know she's not supposed to be doing that job at 15, right? Yes. Right. That's what it's about, too. The person knowing to do good or not break the law is the one who doesn't break the law, right? The one who doesn't break the law doesn't get punished for keeping the rules, right? The one who's breaking the law is usually the one who's punished for breaking the rules, right? Not the one trying to follow the rules but not sure of the girl's age, right? Or the person's age, right? And she done lied by telling me she's 37. I keep telling you that, right? She didn't say she was 16, 15, or 14, right? She said 37 since this all began, right? And even if you're swapping off with different paranoid people who weren't there, they're prejudiced, right? See, they're just saying facts are facts, right? No. Circumstances matter, too, right? It's the circumstance itself. Am I a 50-year-old man trying to have sex with a 15-year-old girl? Not at all. I don't know any. To actually have sex with a 15-year-old girl. If she's in the store and don't have the paperwork, she's not supposed to be there at all, right? She's a year too young, right? She just needs to wait a year, then she's legal. No one can say nothing if she's doing the job, nor if she sleeps, because then she's 16, and that's the age consent, right? It's only a year off, I know, right? To begin with, you could be charged with statutory rape, not definitively depending on the circumstances surrounding the incident, right? See? Yeah. Yeah, or you're prejudiced simply because it's a girl versus a 50-year-old man, right? They didn't say she was 15, but 37, right? That's legal for me to be with, whether she's married, whether she's single, whether she's whatever, right? If she starts seducing me in the office, I don't have to refuse her advances if I can't prove her age or not, right? I can be with a 37-year-old woman. I don't have proof she's lying yet either. We're on the job site, right? Where she's not supposed to be if she's 15. Right. Uh-oh. That's what makes the difference between me keeping the rules myself or her breaking them at 15. Right. Even a 15-year-old can commit a crime. and be charged as an adult. Yeah, yeah. Why? So she knows better. She knows better at 15 too than to sleep with a 50-year-old being. She can't use that age as an excuse to not know she's not supposed to sleep with me anymore and I'm supposed to sleep with her if I'm 15, she's 15, right? Both parties can know not to have sex with a 50-year-old man, right? Which I would never do that with a 50-year-old man myself. Either, right? I'm not seducing her either by simply going into the store and trying to get my nails done and talking to her about it, right? Who's seducing whom there? She's seducing me, right? I do. So if she's seducing me, you hear, not me, her, right? I'm not even trying to turn her on to get my nails done, right? It don't matter if I have fungus or not, right? The rule is to prevent the child from doing a hazardous job where she could be exposed to bacteria or fungus, right? That you can find in nails, right? Period. And she either has to have proof of the apprenticeship somewhere, either her dad has to have it in his office or home, right? And we have to be able to get it, so that also means she's got to be able to leave the property, right? And that's another restriction you can't do either. She's got to be able to leave the property, right? Well, if he knows she's 15, he's not going to want to leave the property, right? For her safety, right? Is what he'll say, right? But at the same time, it's not about safety. It's can she run errands for him, right? She's got to be able to do that too, right? Errands is like if she needs to go down to the store and make another store and make some change or something, right? She can do that and come back safely, right? Right. Something outside the store, right? She should be able to do, right? Even if she has to take public transportation to do it, or ride a bike or walk, right? This is on the labor laws too, right? She's got to be able to leave the property, and she can't be confined, right? Like a prisoner to the property either, right? Now, I'm not trying to get her in trouble either, whether she's 15 or 37 by this point. I'm trying to talk to her about it and tell her whether she's not supposed to be working or is supposed to be working if she's 37, right? If she's 37, it don't matter, none of this. If she's 15, it does. So, no. See, I'm not an age guesser. I don't have age dar. Not that there's such a thing, right? Like any man, I gotta ask a woman her age, or a teenage girl her age, right? And she ain't playing a teenage girl once she says she's 37, right? Though I'm still trying to follow the rules either way. At 50, I'm telling her I'm a 50-year-old man, I'm a disabled veteran, I've got early schizophrenic because of the time I'm 80, right? Which I didn't have before, and healthy stories, and the other bad back about equal, right? See, I'm not misleading her at all. But she is misleading you, yeah, if she's not 37, right? Once she starts down the path of telling me she's 37, right? And really 15 and knows it, the whole store knows it, but not me, right? And he knows it. And I'm telling whoever's arguing with me about it on YouTube too, right? Why they have to be 16 or 15 with the proof right there on the premises or in the home of the owner or leaser who's hired her to do the job. He has to have that paperwork that she could be doing the apprenticeship, right? In 2019. Don't matter if she's approved now. Don't matter if she's certified now. But 2019, right? Is when she has to be approved. Right. So again, you're also quoting something from a question asked in 2020 or something, right? In September the following year, right? Well, you could be charged for statutory rape. Yeah, at 15, but what are the circumstances? Oh, you're not listening again. This is how the law can both help me or punish her if she's doing something wrong herself, right? So when you ask her age, what are you trying to do? Not sleep with a 15-year-old girl. Right, right. Why am I asking her age? I do that with anyone I meet for the first time. Because the idiot is making it a big deal about going into the nail salon, so I'm asking the women in the nail salon their ages, right? Before I even met her, right? Is there any Asian could look like? Dumbass, right? I know. Now, some might could look their age, like maybe Michelle Yeoh. I can see her being around 60. Nothing wrong with that either, right? But would she prefer to look like a teenage girl? I'm sure she would. Or a 20-year-old woman? Yeah. That's, yes, vanity of a woman, but still most women would prefer to look younger than their age. Right? Come on. Nothing personal towards Michelle Yeoh herself either. Not saying she looks ugly or unattractive or not just looking her age at 60, right? So she can't be an example for a nation who doesn't look their age, right? But the women I'm seeing online are saying they're in their 60s and they don't look like they're in their 60s, right? It's not her that's the problem if she looks her age, right? It's those who don't look their age and are saying they're in their 60s. And then I'm around her and I'm not sure of her age, so I ask her age just to make sure she's old enough to do the job, right? And then she's escalating it and trying to lie further if she don't have the proof on the property or it's at the house or home. Right. Even her ID could be left at home, and she's supposed to have either ID from New Jersey if she's from New Jersey or Georgia if she's living in Georgia now, right? And you got so many months to transfer it over anyway, right? I don't know how long she's working there, but that's one of the things you would ask her. As well, how long have you been working here, baby? Right. And you don't know, any of that information, right? That's standard questioning of anyone doing a job, right? You just met, right? Including how old are you, right? And that's not illegal on me, right? If I'm asking her those top questions, right? You ask a person, especially an Asian person, working in a nail salon. You're just trying to get to know her a little bit and you're being friendly there, right? and you're trying to play her a compliment that you can't even tell her age. She looks very attractive to you, right? That's all you're saying. That's what I'm saying. So then the final thing is, does she seduce me, right? At 50, knowing she's 15 or 37, right? So who's breaking the rules there, me or her? Her. Right. So if she's breaking that rule and doing the job because she thinks she can do it too, right? But legally, it's not about what she thinks that she can do or not. The law itself says she can't do the job till she succeeds, right? Don't matter what she thinks or her dad thinks, even if she's asking permission to do the job, right? She can't get it from him alone, right? She's also got to get it from Georgia. To actually do her apprenticeship program, yes. And that means going down to the wherever they do the labor stuff, right? If it's the Georgia Labor Board, that's where you go, right? And you say, my daughter is 15 years old and she wants to be trained as a nail technician, right? I need the application for that so she can do the job, right? That way, when I go into the store, she can't tell me she's 37. She can tell me she's 15 right off the bat, right? And then I won't be tempted to sleep with her, right? Or she won't be tempted to sleep with me, right? Either way. Both are a crime. One, if I lie to her have sex with her anyway at 15. Right? That's my crime. That's statutory rape. Then I know better. I know better. But if she's not 37, and I tell her I'm 50, right? And she's persisting she's 37 the whole time, and I have no proof, and she seduces me in the office, right? She's seducing me, then she should know better, too, than to sleep with a 50-year-old man by that time, right? And she's doing it not to get me out of trouble, but to blackmail me. She's blackmailing you then, right? She's trying to get me in trouble because I'm not sure of her age, but I'm trying to respect her, whether she's 37 or 15, right? But once she starts coming on to me, I'm a heterosexual male trying to find a girlfriend and single at the time, too, right? It's not like I'm seducing a 37-year-old woman or a 15-year-old girl either, right? I can't prove she's either or. I don't know. I just met her, right? So if I just met her and she knows she's 15, the dad knows she's 15, and the women know she's 15 in the store, right? I'm the one in the dark about her real age, right? I don't know she's, 37 or 15, right? She can even say she just left her ID at home and still at 37 be with me, but not at 15. But not at 15. So I'm still the one being manipulated, right? Into the sex with her, hoping she's really 37 and not 15. And not 15. So what's the difference there, right? She knows her real age, period. I don't. I'm a new customer. I just met her that day, right? So when we're interacting, that's when the truth has to come out, or she's lying, right? Once she starts lying, she's then manipulating me at 50 into the sex, right? She knows my age too, right? I still don't know if she's 37 or 15 if I have sex with her, right? We're just in the office or right there, right? If we do it in the office too, right? So what's going on? She's seducing me then to get out of trouble herself so she don't have to do something about it, right? And then if she tells me after a while, I'm 15, right? What's she doing there, right? Pretending to come clean to get me in trouble. Oh, yeah. That's manipulating the 50-year-old man into sex with the 15-year-old girl, not the 15-year-old man manipulating the 15-year-old girl, right? That's why most cases are case by case. If the 15-year-old girl is having sex with the 50-year-old man and both know the age, that's what it's talking about. That's statutory rape. Yeah. But if one of the party doesn't know the girl's age and she's seducing him, she's breaking the law. Then it's not statutory rape. She's taking advantage of me not knowing her real age, right? That's the difference legally there, too, right? I'm not trying to sleep with her really at all when I went to the store to try to get my nails done at first, right? Though I was instantly sexually attracted to her because she looked like a girl in my dream, right? Or my ex-girlfriend Mary Bell. Mm-hmm. Though a little different, too, right? But I'm not trying to get her in trouble or not in trouble, right? I still don't know if she's the one they're talking about or not, even if I'm pretending later on that she could be, right? I don't have proof of that one way or the other, who it is they're talking about, right? Even if I'm pretending it could be her and I'm telling her all she got to do is have ID, to even do the job, right? You got to have your driver's license, your birth certificate, your social security card. You got to have all that too, right? At 15, right? Or 37, or 37, right? See, to do the job, you need all that information. If your dad don't have it on him, or in the office, right? You can't do the job yet, right? You're illegally working. That's what you don't seem to understand, Asian or African or Caucasian about these laws to protect children from working too young, right? Some of you want your kids to just get out there and start working like there's nothing to it, right? Well, they can't all do that, right? Because there's hazards involved with the job, right? Including exposure to chemicals. The child would normally be exposed to sharp objects, right? Even the quick remover, right? The little pointy pencil thingy, right? Even that could hurt the child accidentally or something, right? Any sharp object, right, that could cause the child injury on the job, right, is considered hazardous to that job, right? It don't matter if you think it can hurt her or not either at the time, or if it does or not, right? It's not up to you anymore. The laws have been set, right? She can't do this job, that job, or that job because it exposes her to a hazard, right? Even foot fungus for a 15-year-old girl is a hazard, right? So if it can expose her to a foot fungus, she can't do the job. I know. She's a year too young, right, to do the job. And she can't even be on the site, right? To pretend she can do the job, right? She can't yet then. Unless you want her to be part of the apprenticeship program, right? Which that's for a different reason. See, she has to actually want to quit high school and work as a nail technician to do all that too, right? Oh, you forget that too, right? She has to actually have her GED at 16 and be already certified to do the job at 16 even, right? And been certified, right? Now that shouldn't take but a few months either, about a month, right? To actually certify her. But once she's certified, she can do the job all she wants, right? And she's legal, and she's illegal. And she wouldn't lie to me, she can tell me, honestly, she's 16, right? Or 15 even, right? As long as that's what's really going on. See? If it's not what's really going on, you're lying, you're working her illegally. She's not old enough yet in Georgia law for children's laborers, right, to do the job yet because of the exposure to fungus, right, bacteria, right, chemicals, and sharp objects involved with that job, right? Plus, you're confining her to the space, right? You don't even want her to leave if she's 15, right? Well, you can't do that either. That's part of all that rules, right, are in general, right? That if she's exposed to these elements, she can't do the job, right? It don't say she can't work in a barber shop if she's just sweeping up hair, right? But she can't necessarily cut hair yet, even if she's in an apprenticeship program, right? Because the scissors are sharp objects that could cut your fingers, or, right, you can cut someone's ear, right, while cutting their hair. If you do my fingernails wrong, right, they can go back wrong, right? That's on her, right, for doing my nails, right? It's called an ingrown nail, right? If I get an ingrown nail and I'm doing my nails with someone in the salon, obviously they did something wrong, right? That's another problem, right? I could sue her, right? Even for just lying to me that she was really 15, right? I'm not trying to now either, right? I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble, right? Even if she was 15, right? See, I would also tell her, if you're 15, just tell me and we can, right. Skip all this, right. But if you're not, right, I don't know either, right. So if she starts having sex with me without ID on the premises or proof or anything, right, I'm thinking a 37-year-old woman is having sex with me, or not a 15-year-old girl still, right? The criminal element, right, is, do you know her and me? Her real age is 15 or 37. I still don't know. She knows, right? The whole time, right? Her real age is 15 or 37, right? And I'm not trying to seduce her. I'm telling her I know better. She don't want me to know better. She wants to get me in trouble so she don't get in trouble, right? Right. So that's her breaking the rules then, even though she's 15, right? She can't do that either. That's why some children can be charged as an adult in the commitment of a crime, right? Like my friend Myron and David and me and my stepbrother Mark, right? I wasn't charged as a child. I was charged as an adult, even though I'm 17, right? But Mark, because he was 15 and 2 years younger, could still be charged as a child, right? A minor. Right? But again, right, the facts are he's the one who actually committed the burglary and knew which window to go into, right? And if he gets in trouble again, which he did for stealing some VCRs or something, right, and got charged with that too, he's going to get in more trouble, whereas I went into the Navy, right, trying to get a job, right, and trying to get my act together, right? That's the difference too, right? And I'm still trying to keep my act together, though I'm mentally ill now, right? I'm not willfully trying to sleep with any child in my neighborhood, right? I ask the age of the person, right? I know better than to sleep with a 50-year-old girl. It don't even tempt me, right? That part. Her age, right? But 37-year-old woman I can be with or without ID, right? If I was to meet someone on the street, they didn't have their ID on them, and they're telling me they're 37 and they sleep with me, right? I'm not misleading them. Even if she was 15. I have no way to know that if she comes off with that age right away, right? Even if she says she's 21 or whatever, right? I have no way to validate that or not unless she brought her ID to work, which you don't have to do that all the time. So you can leave it at home. You can forget your ID sometimes, right? If you get in a hurry to get to work and you left your ID, or you come there with the women in the store, right? Say you all drive there together or something in one vehicle, right? Well, there's about 4 other women in the store who also, if she's 15, could have done my nails and see it. You understand? Right. That's the other option. If she's 15 and not supposed to do my nails, one of the other women can do my nails, right? Now, when I come back, the man does my nails. Weirdly, there's a woman there, too. He won't let her do my nails. Like that had anything to do with it when it didn't. But she had either done seduced me or whatever happened. It doesn't happen by then, right? And he's mad about it, right? Of course, right. Though she's the one who knew her real age the whole time, not me. I'm having to ask her, right? And if she's lying, I can't do nothing when we're on the premises, right? Even if she seduces me in the sex and I give in, right? And she's on top of me, who's having the sex with him? She's having the sex with you, right. Knowing she's 15, but I'm not sure she's 37 or 15, right? And I'm trying to tell her we don't have to do this. I'll let you off the hook. I won't get you in trouble or anything. Right. So there again, it's the law versus the law, right? Itself. She could be charged, right? Herself if she blacked me out, right? Or caused me amnesia of what happened for assault with a deadly weapon if she hit me over the head or whatever she did, right? As well as not being legally able to do the job yet, right? So that means it goes from a simple someone's trying to get their nails done, right? And telling the girl their age is 50, right? And they're a disabled veteran, right? To something sexual where I don't even sure what happened, right? And have kind of amnesia of it 50-50. I remember doing my nails, but not going up to the office or something, right? Or what we did in the office fully, right? And when I get out, I went in to see a movie, right, at 3. So I went in a little after 2 p.m., right, to get out before 3, right? Well, I'm there almost 2 extra hours, right? Or over an extra hour, right? Including about 40 minutes, which is how long it would normally take to do your nails, 30 to 40 minutes.